ideas that you've had your entire life. Weird things you thought about. You thought you were some kind of freak for thinking them. And then when you learned that human beings, just like you, have been thinking those things for thousands and thousands of years, and that a few of them wrote that stuff down, and that we get to see it, there's a tremendous connection and a sense of being part of this beautiful continuum of human experience that you get starting in the 9th grade in the Hamilton Humanities Magnet. Like, we already know how lucky we are as teachers in the Magnet to be getting all of you. And I hope that eventually you will see how lucky you are to be part of this amazing program. And I'm talking to the parents too, because you're going to be part of this as well. Some of you are going to get very involved physically and come down and help us out. But all of you are going to be hearing the stories coming home about what happens in our classrooms, and you're going to be taking part in all of it as well, and I think you're going to find it exciting. We don't just get you guys ready for college. We don't just get these kids ready for college, although we do that very well and send them off to the best colleges in the country. But when I'm at graduation, weeping, seeing my seniors head off into their lives, what I've realized is we've also contributed to the future of these incredibly beautiful human beings who go out and do great things in the world. A year from now, a whole bunch of you are going to be sitting right over here, just as they were sitting over here last year, sort of not knowing what was ahead of them. And they're here today because something took hold, and they wanted to get up on a Saturday morning, which is not an easy thing to do for a teenager. Old guys like me, you know, our eyes pop open at 6 a.m. You don't know why, you just go, what the? But I remember being a teenager, and I'm the father of 3 young people who very recently were teenagers. They're all in college now. All of them, by the way, products of the Hamilton Humanities Magnet. And I wanted my kids to come to the Humanities Magnet just because it would, not just because it would make the carpooling easier, but it did have that effect. But I knew that it was the best experience they could have in the LA Unified School District. I'm aware of it because I know that I have the coolest job in the LA Unified School District, teaching 9th grade in the Hamilton Humanities Magnet. And I hope that all of you sitting down here will eventually come around to that sense that you have the coolest experience that it's possible to have in this insanely huge bureaucratic nightmare that is the LA Unified School District. We take most of that away. It's a very small program. It's extremely intimate. It's like living in a small town. And they always say the best thing about living in a small town is that everybody knows who you are. Right? And the worst part of living in a small town is that everybody knows who you are. And that's good. That's going to be your experience here. You're going to feel very connected. You're going to feel taken care of. All the teachers will know you. Mr. Rose and Ms. Garza are fantastic, and they will know who you are. But you have to realize that that also means there's nowhere to hide. Nobody slips through the cracks in this program. If something's going wrong, if you're having problems, we will know about that too. We will do something to try to help you. You cannot hide in the back and disappear in this program. I think it's a good thing. Some of you who like to hide in the back and disappear, well, we're going to have to change that attitude. You are going to have a tremendous learning experience in the years ahead of you. 9th grade is just the beginning of it. You are going to laugh a lot. And I think all the kids over there can attest to that. We aren't definitely going to kick your ass, but you will never have so much fun having your ass kicked as you'll have in our program. We're going to be challenging you. You know, we're going to be challenging you to learn things that are just beyond your grasp. But you are going to be, I think, amazed at how the elasticity of your mind is going to rise and stretch out to meet that challenge. And you're going to come out of it truly, well, I don't want to say enlightened, because I mean that takes a whole lifetime, but you're going to end up more enlightened than you were when you got here. Because we're going to be studying, we're going to go all the way back. We're fond of saying that we begin with dirt. We go all the way back to chronological programs. So in 9th grade, we're looking at the most ancient expressions of human experience that we have. to look at, all those permanent records. And that pretty much is what the Humanities Magnet dedicates itself to, the study of all of the attempts that human beings have made to leave behind a permanent record of their experience of being alive in the world. We start at the very beginning and come through chronologically. You'll come back to me in the 12th grade. I'll be your English teacher again. And by the time you're in the 12th grade, we'll be studying very modern stuff that's going on right now. But when we see you in the 9th grade, we're going all the way back to those when human beings first developed the ability to get their survivals met very efficiently and began to have extra time during the day to think about this world we were living in, this life, wonder what it is and what we were doing here, and to respond to those questions with attempts at answers in various forms, whether it was writing or singing or dancing or building things or making paintings on walls or writing books of philosophy or just loving each other and making children, which is also something that human beings do very well. Look, you're all here. It's a very crowded room, so we all are good at it. We have our own counselor, and you may not know how rare that is in the LA Unified School District, but Ms. Garza, who is a truly remarkable talent and a fantastic human being, is going to get to know every single one of you. You're going to have a place to go when you're having problems, when you can't figure out what the heck is going on in your life. Ms. Garza is going to be there for you. Her office is in our hallway. See, you're going to go over and visit the Humanities Hallway. 90% of what you do in our magnet is going to happen in that hallway. From your classes to Ms. Garza's office to just sitting in that hallway before school, lunch, nutrition, after school, studying, frantically writing essays that you procrastinated on, and you'll be sitting there with everybody else who didn't get to it last night because you were too busy. You were too busy on Facebook or whatever it is that you were doing, or Snapchatting, which I just learned about these kids today. And one of the great things about being a high school teacher, my friends are envious because I've never left high school, and I have remained plugged into all of the slang and trends, so I can give the illusion of being hip, and my friends are always so impressed because they try to be hip and they just sound ridiculous. They'll use some slang word that they think is brand new. Yeah, and I'll just go, dude, that's ancient. And I'll teach them new stuff. See, right now I'm in the process of showing Snapchat to all my friends. But I have to admit they're not very impressed. There's a lot to do today, and I've already talked too much, but I thought it was good to talk too much, because that's something you're going to have to get used to in my classroom. I just talk too much. I don't shut up. But I'm very looking forward to seeing you in August. There is going to be a summer reading list. There'll probably be 3 novels on it. You don't have to read all 3 of them. You don't have to read any of them in the summer if you don't. I hope you will, but you don't have to. It's a way of giving you a head start on the book reports that you're going to do for me. That's the real value of the summer reading. But mostly, I feel that summer vacation should be for having some fun. We're going to continue to have some fun, I think, during the school year. But there's also going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And you're going to be up late some nights wanting to do fun stuff, and you're going to have to get this homework done for your darn teachers. And so have fun this summer. But if you can't do some of the reading, that'd be great. Is it going to go on the website? Yeah, keep checking on the website. I have not made my mind up yet which 3 books I'm going to suggest. So,